Cincinnati Bengals. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
On two, ready?
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here we go,
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. He's got him in. Complete. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Fielded right around the 8. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 11 yards for number 11.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ballgame?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, you got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Safety Grant Delpit up to make the play. These two teams hooking up for the 2nd time this year. They first met back in October, week 7, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Burrow looking to pass. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Browns drive about to get started. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
To try again after the sack, Watson. He'll get this into the hands of Stevenson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now a first down throw, Watson. He'll dump this down to Stevenson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Now this defense for the Bengals, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was pop free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. From the gun, it's Stevenson. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Ramondre Stevenson. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. And he will will be taken down, but not before he gets this to the Browns' 24. A big play there for Cincinnati.
So
that one just a little touch pass, but it paid off quite handsomely.
Yeah, and let's face it, the quarterback loves it because it pads his stats as a completed pass for nice yardage downfield. I like the way they get the receiver in motion. It's almost like he's running a route before he gets the football because he's got a full head of steam when the ball is popped in his direction.
10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. 11.
Now it's Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Burrow on 3rd down. And that's caught one more time by Boyd. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And that is incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this Browns defense stands tall. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. It's Stevenson with a run to begin the drive. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give it to Stevenson. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. On 2nd and 1, Watson checking this down to Stevenson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half,
that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, they were obviously backed up, had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise him and catch him off guard. Instead, you created a turnover, put your defense in a bad spot.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. After the run, Watson going to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
go on fourth. Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the...
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Watson off play action. And he's got his man on the out route.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The Browns on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. On 4th down, Watson. This will be caught just inside the 10.
Yeah, the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Watson now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Browns are going to get the football back at their own 17.
I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
On 2. 11, Thomas.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Burrow and to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
11.
Burrow will throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
On one, right?
Another try after the first down sack. Burrow, he will find his man Chase complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. It's Burrow. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Anthony Schwartz
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes it a 21-10 game.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. A short kick taken at the 18.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10. Right at the 30.
They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He's got a man complete.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Ramondre Stevenson
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Stop.
They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
11.
Looking to throw. He's going to air one out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Greedy Williams picks it off.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Watson.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Jedrick Wills, former 1st-round pick, guilty there.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Out of the gun, Watson. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
He'll find Schwartz, complete right side.
And out across midfield down to the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Here's Watson. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and it passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Watson looks to throw again. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Got a man at Schwartz, complete.
And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Here's Stevenson.
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Here's Watson. That's caught at the 2. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Harrison Bryant
from a yard out as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty...
And now here is another interception.
picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Going down the middle, and it's complete.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On first down, it's Watson. This is caught. Touchdown, Browns. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game.
And the Browns get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunate for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
12. 11.
Now Burrow.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
I'm one, right?
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow.
Open man Lamb. It's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Here we go. 11 MP.
Again, it's Burrow.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. Back now in Cincinnati. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Here we go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They go play action with Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And Burrow going to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Second down and goal. Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. Touchdown, Bengals! Joe Mixon, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that? What was that?
Maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pull it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. 3rd and 2, Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Oh, the return is Reed. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. York now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
On 2, ready?
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
11.
Now Burrow on 1st down. This goes out wide from Mixon. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
11 MP tight. 11 MP tight.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They're going to look to throw. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end.
Here we go, here we go. 11.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. That is caught at the 7. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now it's Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Robbie Anderson. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Bengals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started.
And this team continues to stake its claim as Super Bowl favorites. They are now eyeing an 8th straight win as they begin this drive here in the fourth quarter.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now it's Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. Touchdown.
So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
11 empty.
Throwing again, it's Burrow.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 28.
11 Tommy.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off.
And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And this one is incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
On 2.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Burrow.
That is caught by Lamb. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
And the Bengals are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Burrow looking to pass. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question,
and somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he's got it in the end zone. Bit of a surprising call here, down by as many as they are, but the fake works, and they'll get 2 points closer instead of 1.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, they came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the 4th.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one's going to come to an end.
Charles, a lot